For lots of people, the sea here in Britain is too cold to swim in even in the height of summer. But there are others who take regular dips in the sea in the winter with temperatures in single figures. It kind of seems like an extreme and dangerous activity, and yet cold water swimming has become really popular, especially since the pandemic. Why do people do it? Is it safe? Or are they superhuman? I'm really fascinated by this phenomena, and I'd love to learn how cold water swimming affects your body and mind.
How was your swim?
Very nice. Racing.
So why do you do it?
I enjoy it. It's a good start.
Addictive as
Good
well.
start.
It is,
It does
yeah, it
become
makes you
addictive.
feel
It makes you feel good.
But do you feel scared before you jump in?
You check the conditions, you make sure that it's safe to get in first. You know, we wouldn't get in if it wasn't safe.
And swimming with a
So,
group as well, you always
yeah.
it's safer.
And that's the other thing, we never come on our own.
And if you're a new person getting into the water, you wouldn't get in that quickly. You'd
No.
go in a bit more slowly and just take your time getting used to the fact that it's cold.
Get acclimatised
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
This is Portsmouth on the south coast of Britain. It is home to a very special research centre, Extreme Environment Laboratories.
Hi Heather.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm really well.
Welcome to our lab.
One of the swimmers I met earlier at the beach is Dr Heather Massey. She works at these labs, studying what happens to the body in cold water. The swimmers on the beach were talking about how those dips improve their mood and fitness. So how can it be explained?
So firstly, we've been looking at the physiology behind cold water immersion, looking at what happens to your body on that initial immersion into cold water. And we term that the cold shock response, because it is quite a shocking experience. So we know during that initial immersion in cold water that your skin cools. This results in a sympathetic response, which drives an increase in your heart rate and your blood pressure, and also floods the body with stress hormones as well. So adrenaline, noradrenaline. And so we think that it's these stress hormones that give you that sort of post-swim high that lots of swimmers experience. So when they get out of the water after their short dip, they are buzzing, they're full of these stress hormones because of their short immersion in cold water.
So can cold water immersion be actually prescribed as treatment for health problems?
There are numerous studies that are looking into the potential for cold water immersion to have some therapeutic effect or benefit. There's studies around the impact that it may have on migraine, on reductions in blood pressure, some symptoms of the menopause as well. These are all being looked at the moment. So our research is looking into the impact that introductory outdoor swimming lessons may have on symptoms of depression. Many people have suggested that they've had reduced poor mood, and some people have suggested that it's promoted improved mental health in themselves. So we've thought, well, if people are actually using this and suggesting that their outdoor swimming has helped them, maybe it might be able to help others. But we can't just start prescribing outdoor swimming in such a fashion. We need to ensure that we've got good, rigorous clinical trials to support any use of outdoor swimming in a therapeutic setting. Right, let's do a blood pressure test.
Heather and her colleagues' research into the benefits and risks of cold water is ongoing. And this is how they measure your body's response. Today the water in the tank is 22 degrees. It's the warmest temperature considered to be cold water.
So what happened when you went into the water? Your heart rate went up to over 90 beats per minute, which is quite quick for somebody sat in a chair doing nothing. Yeah? Now you've been in the water 2 minutes, it's returned already to 65 beats per minute. Because the water's warmer, your cold shock response, that inspiratory gasp or rapid heart rate and rapid breathing, is much less than it would be in colder water.
I know that outdoor swimming in winter will feel very different to this, but I think I'm ready for my next step.
So now what we're going to do is go to the lake where the water temperature is about 12 degrees, so 10 degrees colder than the water you've just been in. So we've made sure that you are well fit and healthy to take part. You've got a swimming costume on, you've got your brightly coloured hat, tow float,
Yep.
and you've got your gloves and booties on.
Yep. That's me.
Okay, so now we're going to go into the water nice and slowly.
Okay.
I'm just going to get to the end of the handrail. See the edge there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go in a bit deeper. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Shall I swim? After swimming in the cold lake with Heather, I think I do know more about that feeling of being alive that a lot of swimmers talk about. It's doable and it feels great, and yeah, I don't know. I'm quite proud of myself.
Should we go and get warm? Yes. Come on.
Okay.
Before you start swimming, make sure that you are well enough and fit enough to go into the water, know what's going to happen to your body, and go with a group that have experience that can support you. Know you're going to experience that cold shock response. Know that if you stay in longer, then you're going to start to cool the superficial nerves and muscles, and that will make swimming more challenging. And if you stay in too long, then you're going to start cooling the deep body temperature, and it's going to take a long time for you to re-warm. With all that on board, I do feel sufficiently inspired to let cold water swimming into my life. I can't wait till my next dip.